not pleasant. Matt said that I should make up some sort of David Letterman scandal and say I had sex with a bunch of my assistants. And that's the comedy I work with. So, but really, we're not alone in this ensemble, and we've had lovely guests that have supported us along the way, and I also want to thank the theater community, because they also have embraced us, and I don't think that they're far away from our comedy community. It's pretty fantastic. Thank you so much.
I think we're just really lucky to get to do what we want to do for a living, and at the end of the day, no matter what kind of pressures and no matter what kind of conflict that you might get in with your comedy teams, everybody still has the goal of making funny and making jokes, and that's a pretty great job. We're pretty lucky. Well, comedy in Canada, like, you get to, make light of anything that goes on, so it's a great way to view the world, because you're constantly seeing the funny in things. So and you can ask this, I'm sure, of most comedians, even in the worst case scenarios, like a funeral or like a tragedy in a hospital, our brains are all going, I bet, what would be funny about this right now? And so you still see the light of things, and it's difficult to take anything too seriously, which is the title of my book that's coming out. Don't they take things too seriously? And then it's a picture of me doing this. I feel really lucky to be on stage and working with folks like Matt Barham and Ron Peterson, because they are such generous and supportive and surprising and sometimes frustrating performers, but it all makes for such a great playing field. And there's no boundaries with the three of us, so you can either go into depths of truth, or you can also go into depths of silliness, and both will be received with open arms. So I think having those kind of folks around really makes you feel like you can do anything as a comedian, and I think that's the best thing in the world, because nobody wants any boundaries as a comedian. Folks like John Doerr also is a great person to hang around, because you always feel included in a joke, and I think that's a great quality for comedians, when even if in a setting where we're just noodling around, it's the people that include people in jokes, as opposed to sort of go, okay, everybody listen to me, and that's the end of that joke. Like, John Doerr always includes you in his humor. I think that's what makes him a fabulous performer on stage too. D-O-R-E, Doerr. So he's on the program. You can